Hello, my name is Andrew, and I'm the developer of the MMORPG Dev Tycoon game. This is the first introduction episode of my devlog. It all started when I was a teenager. 12 years ago was released the first MMORPG I've ever played, Ion. I've spent years playing it. I've tried every single class. Later on, I've learned all about the game mechanics. For some amount of time, I was one of the best gladiators on my server. I even met my ex-wife in this game. I'm still thinking of how good it was. I mean, the game, not the wife. But it appears that all good comes to an end. Suddenly, I realized that Ion is dead. The developers turned the wrong way, making acceptable decisions. The game is simply not fun anymore. So I started looking for another one, and I'm still looking for another one. I've tried almost every MMORPG title that was released or was in an open beta state: Rift, Black Desert, Terra, Guild Wars, Final Fantasy, and more and more and more and more. It's not the game I loved. It is still a good games, and they can captivate for a long time, but it's not the same. Looking at my story, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are also in constant search of that feelings they once loved playing their favorite MMORPG. It can be any other game, WoW, Lineage, Arcade, but the feelings are the same. New games come out not so often, and when they comes out, they're not so fun, and we grown old, all of us have an ideas to what the great game should look like. We want the game to be the way we want it to be. But who of us can build an MMORPG single-handedly? The production cycle of this type of games is 7 years for the full studio of professionals and budgets. Now I'm going to introduce you the solution. The game about making an MMORPG game. I lied, it's not a solution, but it's still interesting though. Imagine, you're a developer and you decide everything. What world it will be, what races lives in there, what classes can people play, what skills do they have, what gear could they wear, what dungeons can they go, who can they fight or who can befriend. It's an absolute freedom of your choice. You want battlegrounds, alright, you don't want it, you don't have to. You like in economics, so control costs and stock, money comes, money go. You don't like it, just keep the default settings and it should be fine. Make the game you like and maybe even play it, who knows? That sounds awesome, isn't it? I'm not the first comes up with this idea, but I'll be definitely first who make it right. I'll be focused on implementing most of the real-world MMORPG game mechanics. I'll be focused on giving you the overall control, deep control of everything. And I can do it. I'm a skilled programmer with 10 years experience, with deep understanding of game mechanics, with some salary for an assets to save time. I'm working on my job as lead programmer, and then, after a break, I'm working on my personal projects. It's the way I used to live about 5 or 6 past years. And I've got a plan. Before I wrote a single line of code, I've created a Trello board and spent a week to describe every single step from start to the release. I defined every weak spot I could find on this stage and spent a lot of time to find the solutions before I even make it public. And now, when all of this preparation is done, I finally present it to you. So, let's go from the start. My name is Andrew, and I'm working on the MMORPG Dev Tycoon game. I'm working to give all of you the real instrument to make your own MMORPG games. From now on, you can find my future page on Steam. Wishlist it to receive notifications when the game will be released. From now on, I'll be posting devlog videos from time to time. I'm going to talk about the development state, decompiling some game mechanics, how it works. I'm going to publish some guides of how to do some things I was looking on YouTube and I couldn't find. So subscribe to know more about the project and to learn more about the development. From now on, I started the Patreon. With your support, the overall project will be much better, released much sooner, plus I've got an additional benefits for my patrons, like everyone can meet you in the game. I've spent a lot of my personal money on assets and I need much more to give you the quality we all want. So your support will be greatly appreciated. I'll pin the links to Steam and Patreon below. That was a pleasure. See you next time.